Hello, good afternoon. My name is Ms. Beatrice Daz, and I'll be your tutor for today. And today I'll be taking you through leadership in teams and decision making. This topic is under a course called Leadership in Organizational Development. So moving on, now answer is going to be leadership and leader, team and formation, leadership in team dynamics. So when we talk about a leader is the act of motivating a group of people to achieve a common goal. So leadership is more about you being a leader for you to have a follower. And as a leader, you have to motivate them and attain a specific or an objective that's a common goal. So as a leader, it involves setting a vision, inspiring and guiding the team members as well. So we have other prominent people who have defined leaders. Leaders are leadership is about articulating vision, embodying values, and creating the environment within which things can be accomplished. So, we can say that from all the definition that we are having, leaders is talking about how they are able to make their vision work. Qualities of a leader. For you to be a leader, you are supposed to portray some qualities. As a leader, you should be visionary. Visionary in the sense that you should have a vision, you should have a goal. You should be communicative. Communicating in such a way that you know how to communicate with your audience as well. Because as a leader, you are not just leading as a leader, but you have followers who are actually following to what you want to achieve. That's your goal. You should be decisive. As a leader, you should know what to do at the right time. And so as a leader, you should be empathic. Empathic in the way that you should put yourself in others' shoes. So as we said earlier, the qualities can be the visionary, communicative, decisive, and empathetic. So moving on, we'll be talking about the leadership style. So basically, we do not have an appropriate way of forming or controlling a team or a leader. So what we have is leadership style depends on the function of the leader, the followers, communication, and the situation. Some leaders can work comfortably with a high degree of followers, and some also can't. So we will delve more into what leadership style is about. The autocratic leadership style. So the autocratic leadership style is kind of the self-centered boss. So this type of leadership style, the leader is self-centered in the sense that he takes all the decision by himself. He doesn't take into consideration what his followers have to say. He takes the decision and makes sure that the followers go according to the decision without taking the followers' decision as stake. Then we have the transformational leadership style. So the transformational leadership style is kind of a leader who is ready to take advantage, who is ready to let me say he's opportunistic. That he's ready to take every little advantage he gets to make sure that his followers are innovating, his followers are up to date. So the transformation, as we said earlier on, is about bringing change into your followers. It's about bringing change into the organization. That's what we talk about transformational leadership style. With the democratic leadership style, it's an opposite form of the autocratic leadership style. The democratic leadership style is where the leader tries to dedicate some of his responsibilities to subordinate. Let's say in this leadership style, the subordinates are involved in the decision making. The leader does not take everything on his head, or he doesn't carry all the burden alone. He tries to make sure that the subordinates are involved in whatever he has done. On to the team leadership style. The team leadership style, this is where the leader tries to create a vivid picture of the future. He doesn't consider the current situation or the current picture or the current goal of the group. But this situation, the leader is thinking about the long term of the team or the long term of the organization. So we have here that the team leadership involves the creation of a vivid picture of each future, where it is headed and what it will stand for. The vision inspires and provides a strong sense of purpose and direction. For example, like the various things that we have, like FC Barcelona, the Real Madrid, and others, they are all parts of team leadership style that the management are trying to implement in their teams as well. Moving on to the team and formation. We're talking about team. So what we have to know is that team is mostly confused with group. One thing is to know that with team is an advanced form of group. With group, everybody can form, but with a team, not everybody can form a group. You have to form a group based on your complementary skill. Complementary skills in the sense that one skill depends on the other person to be able to function well. In the field of football, we have the defender, the goalkeeper, the striker, the midfielder. So the defenders are there to ensure that their opponents are not going to score them, but preventing the ball from getting to the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper is also there to also to prevent their opponent from winning them. That's the same way the striker is also there to ensure that their team score for them to able to achieve their purpose or their objective at that particular time. So that's what we can mean by complementary skills. So moving on, we'll look at how the formation of team. We have the Techman's model. The Techman's model, it goes through 5 processes. We have the form, we have the storming, we have the norming, we have the performing, we have the adjoining. When we talk about forming is where the individuals come together to get to know each other. And it comes to the second stage, which is the storming. The storming is where conflicts arises as individuals start to express their opinion. We should know that we are from different backgrounds. So when we are from different backgrounds, so definitely conflicts are going to arise because we are all having different objectives, different view of how things should be done. Then we have the moment. That's where the individual tries to get to know each other very well, set the pace, set the grounds for friendship, set the rules and terms for everything that they want the team to achieve. Then moving on, we have the performing. After the individuals have agreed and now we are a team, we came together to perform a specific goal, to perform a specific objective. This way they work together, but because now each other have accepted each other's flaws, their weaknesses and their strength. It's where everybody know what they are capable of doing. So they've accepted each other. So with the perform, they are able to work effectively because they know each other's capability and strength and what they are supposed to do. But our journey says this is where all field, all their objectives, they are able to complete whatever idea that they had on board. Their plans and they've been able to achieve their goal. And so this better journey says they despair. Moving on, we're talking about the leadership in team dynamics. So basically, when we talk about dynamics are change, how you're able to transform, how you're able to bring changes into an existence. So dynamic leaders follow dynamic leadership style, which is a transformative style of leadership that goes beyond the mere management of tasks and the people. So the dynamic leadership style is kind of it's similar to the transformational leadership style. That's what most leaders use when they want to bring changes into the organization. It breathes life into an organization and team, fueling them with their energy, creativity, and adaptability. You know that as dynamic leaders are not just reactive, they are proactive agents of change. They're not just acting based on what they have. They ensure that whatever they are doing is bring changes into the organization, into the team, into the individual, and also into the objectives that they're also creating as a whole. So moving on, we'll talk about the roles in leadership and team dynamic. So what are some of the roles in leadership in the team dynamic? As a leader, what are some of the roles that you are supposed to do? It sets the tone. When you talk about setting the tone in the sense that you make the rules clear. You make sure that everybody knows what the rules is about, the objective is about, whatever the organization is talking about. Everybody is supposed to go contrary to whatever the team or the objective of the organization. They also have the conflict resolution. Conflict resolution is saying that effectively leaders address and manage conflict constructively. That's as a leader, you should ensure that you're not biased whenever there's issue or there's conflict on board. We have ways of solving conflict. We have the avoidance thing, we have the accommodating, we have the compromising, we have the collaboration. We also have other forms of resolving conflict. So as a leader, you look at the situation on board, then you go based on the method that best fits for that situation at hand. And we also have empowering leader. As we said in the slide earlier, leaders are there to motivate their followers. But when you motivate them, they are able to produce extremely beyond their capacity for you. So as a leader, you are supposed to motivate them, empower your followers so that they will be able to do their best. That's encourage and autonomy and recognizing contribution boosts morale. So the contributing boost morale in the form that you motivate them. Motivation is when they do the right thing, you give them some tips, not just tips. You tell them make the best employer of the year. You post their poster there or their pictures, the best employee of the year, best sales marketer, everything. Make sure that you boost their morale as well. So moving on, we're talking about the roles of leadership. So we continue. So building trust is where as individuals, we feel insecure whenever we find ourselves that wherever we find ourselves, it's not secure or where the people over there are not trustful, you kind of feel insecure. So as individual, as a leader, you have to make sure you build trust in the organization, in your team, wherever you serve. You can also apply it in our daily life. And some ways of building the trust is consistency, openness, and supporting them. So moving on, we also talk about the influence of performance. The leader's ability to understand and manage team dynamic directly impacts productivity and satisfaction. So as a leader, your talk or your motivation affects your subordinates in the sense that it affects their productivity. That when they are there and you motivate them, they go the extra amount to produce for you. They are willing to give out their best. We are talking about the decision or some approaches in decision making when it comes to team. So we have the consensus based, the majority rules, and the authoritativeness. So when we talk about consensus based, this is where all the ideas from everybody is brought together and also they agree on one particular thing. So I guess I take it from everybody. Like everybody idea is taken into consideration. Then they all buy into one idea. That's the key word. They all buy into one idea for them to finalize everything. Moving on to our second point, we have the majority rule. Majority rule is basically seen in our parliament where we have the speaker of parliament with the one leading or being the facilitator over there, where we have the nono and the yeah. So majority is basically those who bring who has the major or the numerous support is what we go for. Then we also have the authoritative. The authoritative is more about the bossy type. You don't consult anybody, you just take the decision and later inform them that this is what you've taken, so they have to act according to it. Now we also have some challenges when it comes to decision making in teams. We have the group thinking, the dominance by the individual, the time constraint. Let's talk about group thinking because you're in a group or you're in a team. You have different people coming on board with different ideas, meaning they have to bring their decision, they have to bring their mind, which is sometimes challenging because when you need the solution at this moment, you have to consult everybody. If not everybody, you have to consult most of the people for them to bring their ideas on board. So sometimes the group thinking is a challenge whenever it's being taken, or it's a challenge when it comes to decision making in teams. Then we have the dominance by individual. The dominance by individual in the sense that strong personality may overcome others, sniffing diverse perspective. So that's where the people who are in the group that feel that okay, they have the good personality, they have the personality that they can overshadow other people without considering whether they have the idea or not. Sometimes you also have time constraint. Since you are dealing with a group, definitely you have to take everybody's idea on board, which is going to delay the process. That balancing toward decision making deadlines can be difficult as well. Moving on, we talk about how to overcome this challenge. So when we have the encourage diverse opinion, structured processes, then the regular review. When I talk about encourage diverse opinion, foster an environment where all members feel comfortable sharing their ideas. As a leader, you have to create a friendly environment for everybody, from the lowest to the highest. So you also have to get a structured process. You have to get a process where you have to go through for you to bring your idea. They should follow a procedure when bringing an idea. They also have to have a regular review. So to moving on, we're talking about high performance team. So when we talk about high performance team, this is basically characterized by the clear goal, strong communication, trust, and accountability. So we are going to basically talk about how to build a high performance in team. So the clear goals, team members have a shared understanding of what they are working for. So as I said earlier, when you as a leader, you are all working for a common goal. But you're working with a team, you're working to follow it, you're working to subordinate. So you have to ensure that everybody is going or working towards that clear goal. Your goal should be clear. Open and regular communication keeps everybody aligned. You have to make sure that your communication channel is not rigid. It should be flexible. Trust and accountability. For a team to be really successful, there should be trust. Everybody should own up to whatever they are doing. Whenever an assignment is being given to you, you have to own up to it. So you have to make sure you account for it because you are working as a team. So you have to account for whatever you do within the team. For there to be trust, for there to be something clear, so that there won't be any mysterious stuff within the organization as well. You have how to sustain the high performance thing, how to make sure that it works, how to make sure that it's something a process that continues, not a short term but a long term. You have the regular feedback, you celebrate success, then adaptability. So the tomorrow we'll be talking about the steps to build high performance team. What are some of the steps involved? So we have the recruitment, we have the training and development, we have the creating a positive culture. We talked about leadership. So these are some of the references. So you can subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Gracias.